Cancer rates are rising, but research shows that more than 30% of cancers are avoidable. 3 out of 10 people who get cancer could have prevented the disease by having a healthier lifestyle. This is according to a study done by the Dutch Cancer Society and conducted by the Dutch Scientific Research Institute. Important factors are whether a person smokes, what kind of diet he or she has, and how much exercise he or she does. In the Netherlands, every year there are 100,000 new cancer cases. Out of these 100,000, 44,000 people die of the disease. Genetics plays a big role, according to this study, but whether a person has a healthy or unhealthy lifestyle is also very important. An estimated 30% of new cancer cases in the Netherlands are caused by an unhealthy lifestyle. Commentary: I think one can double this number when taking food choices like eating too much sugar, wrong fats and too much meat into consideration. However, smoking is a big factor. People who smoke have a much greater chance of getting cancer. 19,000 people get cancer every year because of smoking, which is 19% of all cancers in the Netherlands, and more than a quarter of them die. Excessive drinking, being overweight, and an overexposure to the sun also increases a person's risk to cancer, but smoking is by far the biggest risk factor, again according to this study. There are so many factors that play a role, and all of these effects are added together because they all contribute to an overload of the immune system. Exercise, therefore, is an important factor to stay healthy, as it boosts the immune system and speeds up the removal of waste products. Bad foods, toxins, inactive lifestyle all drain the ability of the body to remove the overflow of waste and toxins. Substances that pollute the body can be found everywhere, in the air, food, drinks, skincare, hair care, and even cosmetics. So that's why an active lifestyle is important. Because the sum of all these taxes can ensure that the immune system no longer has enough energy to meet all the challenges, and therefore breaks down and cancer can develop. Seldom, however, does one substance or genetic predisposition determine whether the cancer can develop. Obviously, this is not the view of the average medical practitioner. No attention is paid to psychological factors or to the effects of the combination of factors. Also, the sun in itself is not a risk factor. Our skin produces vitamin D, important for the immune system, when exposed to the sun. Only getting a sunburn is a risk factor. But being in the sun is a preventative factor more than it is a risk. And not genetic factors, but environmental factors are decisive. It's also important to know that genetic predisposition is not necessarily important. The latest research shows that genetic predisposition only plays a 10% role in the risk of developing cancer. And this is proven by a new direction in science called epigenetics. Genetic predisposition can only be carried out if the environmental factors such as diet, belief system, emotional factors permit it. That means that someone may have a predisposition to cancer, but when this person has a healthy lifestyle, a little healthier than average diet, pays attention to mental health problems, then the risk of getting cancer is only very small, namely 10%. That is, if he or she has a predisposition. There's so much involved in the onset and the course of the disease than doctors think or want us to believe. Now let's take a very short look at treatment, because there's so much to be said about it, but this will only be very short. Medical treatment is very ineffective because it's based on a fight against the body breaking down the immune system. Everybody has cancer cells, and the body's immune system is very well able to deal with these cells. However, when it's overloaded, then cancer cells can get a chance to further develop into cancer. The way to deal with this, however, is therefore not to break down the immune system even further with something like chemotherapy, but to strengthen the immune system. This way, the body itself will be capable of reversing the process. There is no medical procedure that can heal the body of cancer, and every doctor will tell you that when they're honest, but only the immune system can do that. Examination of physical and psychological factors and what can be done about it to reduce and resolve them are also very important in removing the overload of the system and strengthening the immune system. So if you want to know any more about health, and if you have any questions, or you want to start to rebuild and regenerate your body, and you want to know how, go to newlifedevelopment.co.uk.